Arth.
Party on, Josh.
Let me...
And we're in the pre-party, the very special edition pre-party where the control cam's on, so you can see me really close to the camera.
Arth.
I don't know if I like this, actually.
There we go. That's muted. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look at that. Would you look at that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Shook should have this set up, man. That's great.
Yeah, it'll work pretty good. Matter of fact, yeah, he should have that going.
Shout out to the chat room.
This is a pretty solid setup.
Yeah.
It looks all right, right?
Yeah, it does.
Hey, it's the Revival Motoring pre-party. What's up, Diesel Dave? We got Corey in jail right now.
Don't worry about it, Dave.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And I got me behind. I'm actually in the same room, but actually, if you've never seen the back of the studio, it's kind of hilarious how different the room is.
Yeah.
Because it looks like I'm in a totally different house.
Different color, different everything.
I'll show you. Also, save the K.
Well, details by Doug. Everybody. Yeah. All those can go off, actually. There you go. I think we're right. Yeah. We're just kind of rolling here. Corey. Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say. Corey's one call happened to be to us from jail. So this is how we're spending it.
Corey's calling us from jail.
Yeah.
This is it, man.
Let me go over to my seat for a little bit. Sup, homies.
What up?
Having Shook sit there, you know how you can do like the Zoom backgrounds where you can be like actually like in outer space or whatever.
Yeah.
Shook should be running something like that.
I absolutely should.
Yeah. Or we can just put a green screen behind him. Because I have one, technically.
Man, greatest pre-show callback ever. We were playing the piano last time, and Shook asked how we could add drums. So I bought a drum machine. This is how we add drums, boys. You want me to mute that? I got you.
See, I'm so much more into a drum machine than like a synth.
Yeah, but it's like it's two of the same. You know what I mean? Like you can't have one without the other, really. Put this on super bass.
Are you sure?
I guess. I mean, yeah, you'd be a techno man. In my world, you'd be a techno man in that case.
There it is.
We finally figured it out.
I'm going to hit that red one right now just so I don't forget. I got to pull up the old B for B.
So anyways, got a little beat machine, a little Korg unit.
Yep.
We get a mini mixer, which is how Corey's actually he's coming through my mini mixer as well. So we're just having a time out here. Corey's in jail. If he's got to stay in jail, we're going to find a way to get him up on the screen like it's Edward Snowden.
Yep.
Actually, we already know how to do that.
Undisclosed location in Russia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not far off. I'm having to sit down with Hasbulla later, you know?
Dude, I saw the picture you posted of Hasbulla.
In his 9?
Yeah, literally finger on the trigger. Like, some of the worst gun etiquette I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking amazing. That's that deep gun etiquette.
Have you ever seen the video of him on the beach firing off shots?
No! Is there one?
Oh, yeah.
There's a video of him on the beach, and he just sticks the gun in the air and fires off like 5 or 6 shots.
Fucking magical.
All the videos of him driving are also magical. Let's see, 6.
What's everybody doing out there?
I think they're all trying to figure out what the hell's happening.
Me too, buddy. In the world generally.
Everything, yeah, in general. Let's see. I gotta count these. How's that sound on your headphones there, Corey?
It sounds much better from here than it does when I'm there. I'm a bigger drum machine guy.
You're a big drum guy generally, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Drop it. We get that fucking bass going on. Let me erase all those claps. What else I got muted on this mother? Oh, we get some claps going on? What's that?
All right, so there's that number.
You get the numbers going?
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go.
We're getting the pre-party going. How's everybody doing out there? You guys have to understand the urge for me to spend an incredible amount of money on different equipment for me to play a 10-minute pre-party. It's unbelievable.
Well, at least it's weekly. Like, you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, like my DJ gigs used to be after I spent thousands of dollars on gear for that. Oh my God, I should have brought my sampler. I could sample this. Oh my God.
There's always next week.
Mm-hmm. Definitely needs cowbell. Where's that cowbell? How do I turn that to a cowbell?
You always need more cowbell.
Record that. Corey's live from jail, like Slick Rick recording a fucking album right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the ELJ photography gets it, you know, with the head, like the Power Rangers villain, like the guy behind the
No, I as I said, we'd have to contribute some money to an app to make that happen, but I think it's happening next time.
I don't think it's that important right now.
That's what you think. That's just like your opinion, man. Oh, is that muted? That's why we can't have any bass. Oh, man. Yeah, we're in here early, Tim Connors. We're early because Corey's in prison right now. Also, in case you didn't notice, I got a drum machine.
Figured we'd test it out.
Oh, that's some real industrial shit. Sometimes you subtract. So, oh, this is Corey Anderson. I have a Korg. It's a Volca. I think it's just the Volca beat. But it's just the beginning of me going down the hole of buying every single Volca they have. And you can actually make them have it. Do the Donkey Kong Country theme song? Shit, I don't know it off the top of my head. Believe me, there's nothing more I'd want to do right now.
I was just sending some info.
We get some
Corey
stats over here?
Yeah.
Corey's going to be out of jail soon. Don't worry, boys.
Yeah. I'll be back.
So, yeah, so let's throw this up in the calculator real quick.
Okay.
Sending that out to NASA. See what our bucks for the boys. Did you include the cash I sent you about, Josh?
Oh, shit. I did.
Corey, there's another 70.
Divided by
right.
4.
All right, let me throw it on there.
Is it divided by 4? It's not. It's for this episode.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Just
That's
another
true.
70.
Yeah, just another 70.
Yeah, I got
Our
you.
listeners would be shocked to know that it's possible we've been calculating this wrong the whole time. But I don't think it's going to help us.
It doesn't really matter either way. Kinda. All right, let me see my.
Yeah, Corey smuggled a calculator into his jail. The old-fashioned way.
We put in a sausage along with a file.
Your grandfather carried this watch in his ass.
For 10 long years, I carried this
What
watch.
movie was that?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Yeah. See this watch? I can't do a good, what's his name? Christopher Walken.
I can if I really get into it. I gotta watch
like
it a little bit.
Effort. It takes, right. I need reference points. You're talking to my guy all wrong. I can't do it. Yeah.
It's just because he stops at random spots.
Yeah.
I watched something back in the day, and someone who's friends with Christopher Walken talked about how, like, if you're on the Connecticut back roads and like someone's going 12 in front of you, it's like 100% Christopher Walken. They were just like, yeah, he just doesn't care.
No, yeah.
All right, I got everything we need here.
Okay.
I love how this Korg thing just ignores entirely the volume settings. It's just like, I just want to be loud. The Inglorious Stefan go way back.
All right. That. And as long as I don't get kicked off of PayPal.
You're going to get kicked out of PayPal?
Oh, I got kicked out. No, because obviously, if you just leave it open too long, it just kind of says, What that was. Copy that. that it's like what do you call it? Sounds like Drum Off or whatever that show is.
Drumline?
Drumline. There you go.
Nick Cannon. Yeah,
Nick Cannon and all his children. Shouts
Does
to
he have
all
a
them.
ton of kids?
Yeah, there's like a lot, I think. Seven to be exact.
Did you just look up how many kids he has?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
7 kids, 4 women. One of whom is Mariah Carey.
I feel worse about all the women. I'll take all kinds of kids.
It's almost transitioning over to like a samba beat. Like this is very Caribbean.
Oh, I'll see if I can find something.
do you please tell me you have what the fuck are those barrel drums? I don't know what they're actually called.
Oh yeah, no, the steel drums.
Steel drum, that's it.
No, but I'll buy one for next. I'll buy one for the next one.
Just bring a real one.
That's like a G thing.
Oh my god.
I do have some turntables, Mr. Tim. And unlike this shit, I'm actually good at using turntables. Wow, totally different. I really liked where we're going with that other one, though. You're right. I got to get some steel drums.
It was very, very...
I think we get some steel drums in the back. Okay, let me get back to the control panel so we can start going.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Get
guys.
this thing moving. It was a good, get the vocal cords revved up, get everybody's ears revved up.
Come and take it.
Yep.
You know that's what it says in Japanese on the shirt?
Oh.
It says come and take it.
Solid.
It probably says come and take me.
There we go.
It probably says come and take me, but you know what? Can you hear me? Because I can't hear me at all.
I can hear you, yeah. Sound nice and clear, actually. Are they dead?
Can you turn my Mother effing headphones up?
I
don't think so, right? I'm off some feed.
Yeah, you are. You're actually off of the feed.
Main feed in.
Main feed in.
Everybody in the chat, you guys can hear us cool?
So I'm turning that up a little bit.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I mean, no, it's fine. I just can't hear because of... Actually, let me mess with something here. I might be able to hear once I put this in. Headphones. Okay. Speakers. Headphones. I can't hear shit. Is that a line in?
It might. Yeah, I don't know. Because that... How the hell is... Oh, yeah, that's tapped right off of... Oh, that's technically tapped off of...
Uh-oh. I can hear us on YouTube, which is minutes ago.
Okay. Can hear fine. Volume is good. Hear you fine. All right. So they were all good with the volume.
Okay, you guys are all good. Let me just make me all good here.
Yeah.
Monitor.
We're down a couple players today, if anybody hasn't noticed.
We're doing Roadcaster.
You swap inputs somehow on the stream?
We're finding that right now. We'll wait for a second to see if we're good. I played with some... When I messed with something, I muted the input.
Okay.
So it's going to take a second because they're way behind us.
Yeah.
Good now.
Good
okay.
now. Okay, yeah.
Thanks, boys. I found out what I did. Anyway, I was shamelessly promoting this new hat that we have.
That you will be able to get it staggered.
That you can get it staggered.
Should be. And yeah, I think so. I think I ordered a couple extras.
The old skull driver. All right, we're going to get this party started or what?
I think so.
All right, man. Hit that button.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who.
I'm a holler at you.
And Corey.si.
Hello.
Slightly delayed.
Not there.
But it's
from jail.
We are Corey's one phone call from, what's another word for jail? Lockup?
Prison.
There we go.
He had one call and decided to call us in for the podcast. So peace be with you.
Yep. We'll relay any messages he might have to his lawyer and go from there. So,
just making sure we're working.
This week, we don't even really have a main topic, but there's enough to kind of
We've done
discuss.
that before.
Yeah, we can roll through.
We had a bit of a, if we're being honest, we got thrown a bit of a curveball.
Yep.
We did have a great guest booked, and we've rebooked him.
Yep.
But things went crazy. We have families, and families sometimes end up doing stuff, and you're just like, I'm going to take care of this shit now?
People all over the place. Yeah.
But we didn't want to not do it. So everybody's healthy, everybody's good. It's just Corey's in jail.
Yes.
And that's that.
So, with that said, this week's episode is brought to you by New England Auto and Truck Recyclers, also known as Neater, located in Winchendon, Massachusetts. That's Winchendon, which is centralized Massachusetts out there. They are the purveyors of premium recycled auto parts, which include engines, transmissions, body panels, wheels, used tires, interior parts, all that good stuff. All cleaned, tested, and reliable. Also, all the parts come with a 6-month warranty. That's right. You heard it. 6-month warranty. So
6 months.
If you are looking for some parts for your project car, your daily, a taillight maybe, shout out to Mike Lynch.
Perhaps.
Go visit fineuseparts.com.
Fineuseparts.com.
Or give them a call. 1-800-553-3080. Again, that's fineuseparts.com. 1-800-553-3080. Or you can check out their YouTube channel for new inventory that comes in. So go check them out. Again, that's Neater. Tell them Revival Motoring sent you.
Boy, sent you.
This episode is also brought to you by the 8th Annual Duxbury Oktoberfest, which is Saturday, September 25th, 2021, from 4 to 8 p.m. This is part of the Duxbury Food and Wine Festival. This year's Oktoberfest offers a casual, boisterous appeal to seasonal Bavarian fest right on the South Shore. Now at Mashfield's historic Winslow House. Capture the feeling of a traditional Bavarian festival hall while enjoying beers provided by some of their favorite local craft brewers, including remarkable fall seasonal releases, plus German red and white wines. A hearty and traditional Bavarian fare will be served for dinner. Join in the fun and enter contests for the best Grundle?
Grundle.
Not Grundle. It's not cheese. Capital D.
Yep.
DIRNDL.
Oh, Drondle.
Drondle?
No, I have no idea what that
Drindle.
is.
And Lederhosen. I know that one.
Lederhosen
costumes.
It must be the ladies' Lederhosen, the Drindle.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking
Maybe
that. Don't even bother.
Yeah, sure.
I'm winning that.
Yeah, there we go. Best Drindle and Lederhosen costumes in hefty Stein holding.
They doing pork knuckle? What's the traditional fare?
Pork knuckle? I don't know.
So good.
Then kick your heel. I thought that was like a contest with your hands. Then kick up your heels and
cultural differences.
And celebrate the season dancing to lively music. Please keep in mind this event is 21 plus, so the little kinder will have to stay home. This year's Oktoberfest beneficiary will be food and wine. This year's Duxbury Food and Wine Festival event will benefit local culinary professionals hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. If you are interested, you can visit their website, duxburyfoodandwinefestival.com/Oktoberfest. Again, that's Saturday, September 25th. Tickets are on sale now, so go check that out if you're interested in having some German fare.
It's like the staggered of food events. You know what I mean? That shit is selling out quick.
Selling out.
You got to get your hands on.
Out. I think that's it for my original spiel. So now we can hit the
if you'd like to leave a callback number,
the old callbacks.
Callbacks.
We'll do a check-in on Corey. How's jail? You good?
Yeah, Corey, you good in jail?
Jail's good, man. This is what happens when you try to get to the King Hasbullah. You end up in jail.
Yeah, exactly. Are you in jail in Chechnya? It's a bad place to be in jail.
Dagestan currently.
He's just
for trigger discipline.
You're just gonna move around some funds and pay a couple people off, and then he's back.
For lack of trigger discipline.
Yes. Let's see. Where am I? Callbacks. So I do have a couple on my phone.
You want me to get one when you get one?
Say, Chuck, yeah, if you got something immediately.
Yeah. Well, obviously this weekend we did the donut meet.
Yep.
Big shout out to everybody who came out. It's good to see everybody. I ended up there a little late, but there at last. We had a lot of cool cars show up, a lot of cool people.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all, especially for bringing donuts, and just hanging out and bullshitting. So we'll do that quite a few more times before. Actually, we'll probably do them in the winter too, to be honest. But we'll let you know.
How was it?
It was good, man. It was good. We had a good turnout. I think next time we got to mention it at the beginning of the podcast. I think having it way at the end hurt us a little bit. And we'll take note of that, and we will do better.
One of those things that I got my callbacks kind of ready, but one of those things right now we're kind of doing those roughly once a month.
Yeah.
We're making some moves and thinking about doing that almost every week, realistically. So probably won't happen this fall or immediately where it's every week. Maybe we do every other or something like that pretty soon. But the goal maybe for next spring is to be here every Sunday. So
get those babies cranking.
That'll be cool. You can start the what do you call it? Start the old, tell your friends and so on. And so on.
And so on.
Start that now. So maybe we can get this thing really popping, if you will. So
pop that thing off a little if you shall.
Pop that thing off. Let's see. My other callbacks. Let me open my phone here.
That phone keep on getting you.
I know. Here we go. Let's see. This is from the old Instagrams from Mike Johnson.
Yeah.
He just wrote, catching up on the podcast, and he had a callback to a few episodes ago to the discussion of $200 Mark II coilovers.
Yes, sir.
He says he bought some $185 eBay coilovers for his Mark II. He said the spring rates are probably appropriate for a tri-axle dump truck. Not sure that he would recommend them necessarily, but they do hold the car off the ground. So that is something.
That's part of the thing.
And he said, hope we are well. Thanks for the weekly listen. You guys are awesome. Shouts to you, Mike. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck with those spring rates. You're going to get heavier friends.
A win is a win.
Yeah, exactly.
Chalk that up.
I mean, he came in under the amount as well. You know what I mean? We said 200. He comes at $180. So he's got $20 extra and coilovers. I mean, that's a hitter.
Can buy himself lunch after the install.
There you go.
Another quick.
What do you got, Josh?
I was going to say another quick one. We were sent kind of things that are happening pretty soon.
Okay.
On, let's see, Saturday, September 18th at Hampton Inn in Milford, Connecticut.
The Hampton Inn?
Is the Mark III meet.
I thought it was an orgy or something.
No. So it looks like they're meeting Hampton Inn Saturday, and then they're going to Tribus. Shouts to Tribus Beer Company on the 19th, which is obviously that Sunday. So Mark III meet,
the meet's at the Hampton Inn.
I think it might be people staying there.
And you stay over,
and then you go to the Tribus. Yeah.
Who's organizing this?
Hang on. It was sent to me.
Do you have to put your keys in a jar?
You might have to. There could be some stipulations.
Definitely Joe Booth is involved.
It's going to take me forever to find this. I really apologize, whoever sent that.
I think that's awesome. I think we should use hotels as venues more often. Because the Hampton Inn must be amped. They're like, well, nobody's coming to the Hampton Inn right now.
Ever.
Period. Could be a nice Hampton Inn, Maybe bring a food truck. Maybe we could bring the Revival food truck.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Milford, Mass. is a bit of a strange place, but go hang out in a parking lot. It's like the old times. We all started there.
Yeah, it's true. This is it Milford? Milford, Connecticut.
Yeah, Milford's a hell of a town. I've been shown around by the mayor, Scott, of Milford, Connecticut, and it was beautiful.
If anybody is in the chat.
Oh, I assume Milford, Mass.
No, Milford, Connecticut. Very beautiful town. I'd imagine their Hampton Inn is a strong Hampton Inn. A bunch of great-looking people down there. It might be a good time.
Did I take a screenshot of who sent it to me? No, I didn't.
Some random person sent that to you. Thank you to random Mark III owner.
Shouts to
who sent that.
I should have took a screenshot of your name as well, but
shouts, and we'll see you at the Hampton Inn.
Sweet.
Buffet,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, Josh. There we go.
Here we go.
On the topic of the donut meet, I couldn't be there this current one.
Mm-hmm.
I decided that I was going to go hang out with my nephew. We were going to go buy some shoes for some back to school time.
Yep.
And we're driving in the car, and we're learning all about the manual transmission.
Okay.
He's asking me all these questions. I mean, 8-year-olds have like the most inquisitive questions you could ever imagine.
It's not on that one.
And he asked me, and he says, "Hey, is this a race car?"
I got him.
And I said, no, it's not a race car. And he says, well, anything can be a race car if you drive it fast enough.
Oh man, this guy gets it.
Yeah, so I immediately felt, demasculated because I was driving the speed limit as I should be with my nephew in the car.
Right.
But he reassured me that anything can be a race car as long as you drive it fast enough. So keep that in mind. Doesn't matter what you own. Ford Explorer, still a race car. Doesn't matter.
No, he's right. And I think it's something we can all learn.
Yeah. It just,
I did also tell him that the fastest car is always a rental car as well. So,
Uncle Corey, what's the fastest car in the world? That'd be a rental car.
Yeah. Learning very early.
A rental car. Yep.
Those are valuable lessons.
Putting him on the right path.
What was I going to have here? Let's see. Oh, hey, big shout to Injector Spa. Talked to the man, P. Coots. I bought some beautiful, totally redone injectors off eBay. And I decided maybe I should have P. Coots at the Injector Spa check them out before I put them in my car on the dyno. And they got to Mr. Coots, and they were absolutely thrashed and gross. He put them through like 100 cleanings. And, they came back minty.
He made a post so much saying that, what was the quote? These are probably the worst injectors
he's ever seen. But they did put new O-rings on them, which is nice.
Got to make sure the seal's good.
Got to make sure the seal's good.
For it to not inject.
Yes. It's not going to be any gas coming out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of pressure on those seals. So he knocked those off for me. So big shout the Injector Spa. Then I tried to pay him, and he said to put the money to Bucks for the boys. So we can't thank you enough for that, man. That's awesome. And on that topic, I am going to Michael N.A. tomorrow. In Charleston, Mass. Michael N.A. Michael N.A. is Turbo Mike's brother.
Yeah.
And he is going to tune my M3 with a new chip. Yes, actually a chip there, Junior, that I had to put on the board of the car and new injectors.
Did you solder it in?
I soldered her in, and then I put my Alpha N on that car has an auto-tune mode, like the T-Pain Flowrider type auto-tune. So I'm going to auto-tune my way over to Mike's until he can lock it in for me.
He's just cranking out hits.
I was going to spit take out of you.
He's just cranking out hits.
So it's running actually fairly good with the auto-tune on, but I would rather have it on the correct parameters rather than correcting itself off the wideband. But big shout to P. Coots Injector Spa. Listen, if you're buying some injectors or have some that you got lying around, you want to clean them up before you chuck them in the car, like it's cheap insurance, man. Not a ton of money. He'll take care of you. Tell him the old boys from Revival sent you. So that's
I gotta check it. What the process is for cleaning injectors. It sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just Windex and some paper towel.
That's how I would handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
A little needle, just poke it through.
Just poke it through.
What's that? Toothpick. Get yourself a toothpick.
Couple wooden toothpicks.
Some toothpick, little gasoline.
Boom.
Maybe a match or two.
Gas is a solvent, so it pretty much cleans it the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Shouts to P. Coots Injector Spa.
And he gave me a bunch of stickers. I'll bring some here. My daughter stole most of them.
Another couple of quick callbacks. Let's see, some unfortunate stuff. We won't get into it, but shouts to Ian and Leah. Shouts to them.
Shouts to them.
And the other one was shouts to Brian and the Oaks garage crew there. Brian's car unfortunately had some issues going out the first time this past weekend, so it sucks to see everyone see that thing thrash.
We know we'll bring it back stronger than ever.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to when that thing finally does get out there and he can have its way with it. So shouts to everybody.
Go ahead.
I've got that video queued up ready to go, so I want to watch that probably after I jump off of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just mute us and watch it now. I got a sad shout. Sad shout to my boy 36 Mafia.
Oh, yes.
And
also, yeah.
The flood my man took, the big body took it, the E36 took it.
Yeah.
It looks like my man is keeping his sanity and keeping that E36, which is a great call.
Right. Full drift build now.
I think we should do a moment of silence for all our brethren, car people that got ruined.
For everybody who's
in Connecticut, New York area, Staten Island,
everywhere,
Long Island,
who's unfortunately lost a bunch of. Right, there's, I don't know.
And now there's a bunch of more. I mean, there's Ida ripped through Louisiana.
Yep. I don't know
down New Orleans.
The names, but there was a handful of shops that I seen, a couple big Honda tuning shops that had obviously their cars, customer cars, and whatnot.
Tough to see, man.
Unfortunately, get flooded out. I apologize to whomever. I've watched videos on Instagram and whatnot, so I don't know everybody's names or Instagram handles and stuff like that. But there are a lot of people who were unfortunately affected in many different ways. But obviously, we're in the automotive realm here, so we hope everybody can get their
recover
stuff
from that stuff
back and recover everything they can. So shout out to everybody for that.
Tough to see. Also, I'm looking at what else do I have on here? Okay, Balo reached out. He was looking for some Monster for me. Couldn't find any. They just restocked the store next to my house and immediately ran out, which is incredible. Josh luckily snagged some rehabs.
Happened to
Got them locked in the lockbox over here.
grabbing some lunch, and I look over and I see two yellow ones, and I'm like, hot damn.
Got to cop them.
Gotta grab those for the boys.
Hopefully my skid comes in. We'll see what happens. I know we get an order in. Hopefully they restock, man. It's tough out there. Worldwide shortage of Monster.
It is certainly tough out there in the streets.
I went through my local Seasons today. One of my favorite spots, the new Grand Seasons. They opened next to me.
Is it called Grand Seasons?
No, but that's what I
Is the
call
one
it.
on the main strip?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That
yeah,
thing
I've
is
been in there.
serious.
That is LED lights for days.
Oh, my God, as far as
Just
the eye can see.
The finest equipment I've
The
ever
equipment,
seen.
they got a cafe in there. I heard from my boy that works at O'Reilly's down the street that the cafe slaps. I haven't tested it yet. You could definitely chuck a pigskin around in there. No problem at all. But I went back in because they restocked. I went back in today. Totally, there was a run on Yellow Monster.
Yep.
And everybody else stock is looking hard. They're looking pretty strong. So I think Monster itself's having some issues.
So what I was curious of is going to be a redesign. They redesigning that can. Is that what the
I mean, that
delay
can
is?
definitely needs a redesign.
Actually, hold on. Design. Is it going
Just
to
a design
actually be
period.
a design of said can instead of yellow with text?
I'm
We'll
with
see.
you, man.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
know
looking forward
what
to
is
that.
going on with that.
We'll see. We're always keeping our eye on Monster, even though they don't give a shit about us.
Not even, I mean, they said that pretty much word for word. They don't
Without
give a shit
saying
about us.
F you. That was pretty much it.
About as close as you could get.
Another quick callback. Dog Pizza.
Dog
He's
pizza.
actually going to be premiering a new video
Okay.
on his Rabbit Hole YouTube channel. He sent us a little teaser here.
Teaser looks strong.
We're not going to show it. We watched it. Wanted to make sure it was good before we promote anything. Shouts to Dog Pizza, but no, he sent it on over to us. We checked it out. It looks really cool. It's going to be covering a 1978 rabbit named Kermit.
Yeah.
It's an old Autobahn design shop /race/show car that was featured in multiple magazines back in the early 90s. I assume PVW at some point, maybe. I don't know. Featured in multiple magazines back in the 90s. Well, now it is officially alive and well and back on track. So go check that video out. Go follow the Rabbit Hole on YouTube. He set it up for a premiere. I didn't see in the email when it's premiering. But it's going to be dropping pretty soon. So just go follow him and you'll see when the, I'm sorry, here it is. Friday at 8 p.m. So, got nothing to do? Set yourself up for the premiere and go check that out.
Incredible shot to my man who drives that thing, who just has some of the craziest tattoo work I've ever seen inside of his head.
Lots of,
Dude, serious stuff.
Yeah.
Serious stuff.
when
Love
he
it.
gets into something, he clearly gets into
You'll
it.
love to see it. You'll love to see it. So
Yep.
big shout. That's some commitment, man. That looks beautiful. What else I got here? Staggered next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah, the 19th. So that's coming up. Go pre-register. StaggeredAutoShow.com, I believe it is, if I can remember it off the top of my head now.
Yep.
Or just go on Instagram, check it out. Staggered's coming up soon. We will be there, pending any unforeseen
Whole Church of Speed.
circumstances. Yep, have the whole Church of Speed set up. Very minimal stock on the Church of Speed shirts left, so you might want to get on those because this is it. We're never making them again. Gonna have another church. We're gonna have to build another
Got
church.
to build another church from the ground up.
That's it for my callbacks.
What did I have for Staggered? Staggered we got coming up.
Oh,
What do you got?
kind of a callback, I
Let me hear
guess.
that.
I didn't put it in my notes, but I went to Lock City Friday.
Yeah.
Pudva out there getting it with
His
the Mustang.
Pudva's a god,
the
man.
EcoBoost Mustang. Like, talk about I guess, underrated chassis.
Underrated guy.
Underrated guy, too. I was looking up just the price for those EcoBoosts.
Yep.
Not too expensive.
Yep.
I don't know what else he's got done to that thing. I'm
Driver mod.
assuming angle kit, maybe.
Maybe.
I assume that, and then whatever else. But shouts to Pudva. I'm very interested in that car and just you overall, and you kind of story of why I picked that thing. So maybe we'll chat at some point. But shouts to Pudva, shouts to Lock City, shouts to everybody out there. It was always fun.
Always fun to go out
Yep.
there and see the boys. God, I thought I had something else, but I totally forgot. We get Staggered next weekend. Turbo Mike tomorrow. Oh, Save the K. I don't have any updates. I've talked to a couple guys that have been affected. There's been nothing DMV wise. If you turn in your place, you're still keeping them. The bastards.
There was somebody who reached out to us on Facebook.
Oh, we did put on a new shirt, which I'm wearing, which is
Right there, check it out.
which is a picture of a K truck with "Come and Take It" written in Japanese under it. If you want a silly shirt. It's actually nice quality. We just put these things on there, and I mean, we know the graphics are going to be nice, but we don't know how the shirt's going to be. But the shirts are really nice, so the hats hit. So you want to support the boys. I'm sure this battle isn't over, but DMV's taking a little time out, trying to get their shit back together.
What kind of material did it get printed on?
It's
what
like
kind of T-shirt.
I'd say it's half a nipple shirt, So like the usual revival shirts are like what you'd clean your sunglasses with.
Microfiber.
This is like halfway between that and like a beefy tee, something that you could go run a chainsaw with.
So it's manageable.
It's a manageable shirt. I definitely size up. You know what I mean? It's definitely a size up type unit.
What would you say to, and this comes in from Facebook. That,
boy.
Rick asked a question. I pointed him in the right direction of the Save the K website. Jeez, I keep doing that.
It doesn't matter.
And basically, this comes from Rick, and he just wrote, any updates on the K registration issue? Only reason I'm hesitant on pulling the trigger. Is this stopping people from registering them?
Yes, it is stopping people from registering them. I would be hesitant on pulling the trigger right now, unfortunately, as well, because right now all it is a stay, which means that things are staying exactly as they are. If you turn in your plates, they're keeping them. If you kept your plates, you're keeping them. And they are not registering any until they come up with some type of rules.
So on hold, very similar.
You might be able to buy them cheap now and hold it. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely other states you can register them in. I'm not doing that, as I've talked about a bunch of times. But
right, that's true.
It wouldn't keep me from buying one if you could score a deal.
I don't know if he's...
And then you could run you could run it somewhere else for a little while.
Potentially in Mass or Connecticut or something like that. But if you are, then...
Connecticut, Mass, they're all good. My other callback there, I forgot about shameless self-promotion. I don't know how this is happening, but I'm DJing the Providence Art Festival, PVD Fest, which was canceled on the 17th, Friday before that Lock City, so a week from this Friday.
Okay, yeah.
It's outside.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of people I know that are great DJs. I thought PVD Fest was canceled, but I've been assured that this is not canceled.
It's back on.
I'll post something. I'm doing Symposium Records in Providence. I'll post something. Maybe I'll just bring this drum machine and just play just a single hour of that.
I think it's a solid plan.
Yeah, I think that's a play. I don't have to bring anything. I just bring this little unit.
It's sort of, do you remember that movie Airheads?
Yes.
And he's supposed to put on a fireworks display.
I haven't seen that movie since I was a child.
And the guy, he shows up and it's like this puny little firework. And the guy asks him, whatever his name, he's like, that's all you're bringing? And he's like, yeah. And it turns out he lights it off, and it's the most spectacular fireworks display ever because it's out of this world. But
that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly the way I picture it.
With this little unit, I could play an Oneyville noise party. No problem. Like, it's ready. You can even drop it. I mean, 100%. I'm ready for that noise party.
You,
book me at your warehouse.
Can you put an XLR mic into that so you can speak over it as well?
Yeah, I would pray so.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I can't, I will.
we'll find
Let's put it in my mini mixer.
Life finds a way. Okay. Is that it for the old callbacks?
That's all I got for callbacks.
Corey, do you have any?
Corey?
That was it, man. Just that any car can be a race car if you drive it fast enough, pretty much.
I think that's something we should all keep in our minds.
Yep.
Wrong one.
That's pretty much the end of it.
Okay.
That's good.
I think it's time.
Oh, yeah, it's time for... Hey, everybody. It's me, Chuck, from the Revival Motoring Podcast again. And I'm going to talk to you about Bucks for the Boys. What's Bucks for the Boys? It's our value for value platform to help monetize this podcast. We ask if this podcast is worth anything to you. Let's give some bucks to your boys. You know what I mean? Is it worth 50 cents? We'll take 50 cents. It's way better than the average amount of money we get. We'll take 25 cents, if I'm honest. But yeah, if you find any value in the podcast, you can hook us up, revivalmotoring.com/B4B, or if you want to put a random amount in, info@revivalmotoring.com via PayPal. You can send us a message. We will read it, whatever you write, if I'm totally honest. And then also, Bucks for the Boys doesn't have to be a monetary thing. We also love having callbacks, hot news leads, anything. Shitty Photoshops, patches for my drum machine, whatever you got. Send it to your boys here at Revival. This is our plan to keep this baby rolling without having to put a ton of ads before this thing or really having to deal with any type of that shit. It's just keep it going if it's worth it to you. We're not going to go behind a paywall. If you don't feel like paying, that's cool too. We're going to continue to put out the podcast as we always have.
Yep.
We just don't really like stacking ads at the beginning of this unless it's about German Beer Fest, in which case we're totally in.
And right now, again, thank you to our ad sponsors, if you will. Right now, it's a fine dance.
It's a fine dance.
It's a fine dance.
It's a fine dance.
We want to get to the point where we don't have a partner anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be solo.
We just want to be we want to be that guy in the middle of a field covered in mud,
doing the robot,
having the best time.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna go no partner.
That's what we're looking for.
That's a good way to put it.
But no, we truly, my
we
God,
duly and truly appreciate it.
Trulies. We appreciate everybody who subscribes to Bucks for the Boys, everybody who sends in donations, and our ad sponsors. Again, we hope you guys are going to visit them and kind of use whatever deals you might be able to get from them because of us. So we have a couple.
You want to thank people first, then we'll get to our metric? Yeah, let's thank people first.
We'll thank people first. Let's hear
the people we have.
Let's thank some people for hooking us up, helping us out.
As you mentioned earlier, P. Coots from Injector Spa.
Giant show, man.
Go check out Injector Spa. Don't listen to us. Don't clean your injectors with needles, toothpicks,
and Windex
and gas. Go see him. He'll know what the hell he's talking about.
Absolutely.
So there's that, and hashtag free Corey. Also, here's one from Jetteray 6. Jetteray 6s. I know he sent me a message about this on the old Instagrams, but he also followed up. So he wrote, my friend at Nolan _Michael. Unfortunately, just totaled his G35, which was pretty mint, even for his Z/G chassis. Mm-hmm. Even though I hate VQs,
we all do.
He hated to see his friend's baby trashed, and doesn't want him to get a lame car.
That's true.
If there's any chance you could tell the podcast to tell him to stay in the car scene and not give up over this loss, please do. Love the podcast. Keep up the great work, but fuck VQs.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. You really got to pick yourself up when that happens. A lot of people have a tragedy like that happen. Like even my man 36 Matt.
Yep.
When you think there's going to be an issue, and you're like, I'm getting away from the car scene for a little while. You got to take a little time. Take a little time.
Best advice with anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Take a little time.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Rub one out first.
Calm yourself down. Do the.
Yeah.
Do that. Whatever you got to do. Do not make any harsh, rash, immediate decisions.
Right, because you like being involved with it. It's more than just about the car. You get the buddies involved.
Yep.
It's time to just dip a toe back in. Let's get back into it. You don't want to become a truck guy. We don't even want VQ guys becoming truck guys.
There's only one truck guy, we kind of allow around here.
Yep.
Shouts to Phil.
But
yeah, Nolan, buddy out there, if you're listening.
Yeah. Come on, we're here for you.
Slow down.
Yep.
Relax.
Yep. Rub one out.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to jump ship. You just get something else. There's plenty of stuff out there.
Yeah, man. There's plenty of stuff that you can get out there. Maybe not with a VQ.
Something different.
Or just get back into VQs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what? Whatever you want to do.
Doesn't matter. Whatever makes you happy.
Exactly. It's not like you're going to buy a Jeep.
Right. So
as long as it's straight piped.
Those are the, yeah.
I guess if we're going to buy the VQ, which I talked about it. I drove like a Nismo Track Edition, whatever the hell it was, 370.
Yep.
It was awesome. And it wasn't straight piped. If you're not going to straight pipe, it's probably going to be fine. They sound great from the factory.
I keep seeing the 70s pop up, and I'm like, man, those are cool.
Yeah, they are cool.
Yeah.
So I take it back. VQs are cool, just as long as they're not straight piped.
As long as they're muffled.
And yours is cool, so get another one.
Yeah. Not that one.
Not that one.
Or maybe you can buy it back. I don't know how bad it is.
Yeah, maybe buy it back.
Yeah.
Maybe don't buy it back. It depends how it is. Maybe buy it back, put that VQ in a different motor, put it in a Subaru, and straight pipe it.
All we know is don't give up.
Yeah, just keep it together, man.
So that's it for this week. We just had a couple.
Okay, so anyways, we've also put together a great metric, bucks per listen.
Yep.
To let you guys know how many bucks we made per listen to every episode. And we calculate it at the beginning of every episode. We have to send it out to NASA. Actually, and get them to do the math for me.
It does take a little while to get the results from the moon.
Yes,
because
that's where they calculate things. It's zero gravity, easiest place to calculate.
It's like a vacuum.
It's vacuum. So computers run cool up there. Absolute zero.
Calculators can just do.
When you work with numbers this large, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. It's a little extra, but let's get it going.
Yep.
Corey's in Dagestan. Pud was asking.
Yeah.
So anyways, Corey has heard from NASA, and Corey, how many bucks a listen have we gotten for the last podcast?
Well, because we round up around here to the nearest penny,
yes,
we have officially hit the mark of a devastatingly large 9 cents per listen.
Oh, wow.
What? 9 cents a listen?
9 cents a listen, and that's with a very generous round up to the nearest penny.
Yeah, sounds like it was 8.1, but I'm into it.
Just like they said at Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Not that bad, not that good either.
Exactly. It's off the scale.
The meter's
everybody
broken.
knows you line up to the nearest inch.
Yeah, exactly. We're pushing.
Round her up.
We're 10. Yeah, we're 10.
We're 10.
We're getting there.
Yeah. Well, that's great. The 9 cents is...
It's going up.
I don't even know what to do.
It's going up.
Moving on up.
Yep.
Moving on.
For those who might just be tuning in freshly, some fresh ears out there, if you will.
Fresh
At one
ears.
point when we started this, we did hit 12 cents a listen.
Yeah, that was the hardest man to ever do it.
Creeping back up.
We're creeping. We're slowly
back up.
creeping back up. We're either losing listeners or we're calculating wrong.
Probably could be both.
Yeah, could be both.
I'm thinking we're kind of moving in the positive direction in both manners.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's help me help you, dare
Yeah.
I say.
So anyways,
69.
whoops, that's where Bucks of the Boys is. I forgot I recorded that one. Oh man, that's a real throwback.
That's yeah.
With the boys of summer.
So anyways,
It's still summer.
It's still
for
summer.
A couple weeks.
Bucks of the Boys, man. RevivalMotoring.com/B4B. Seriously, if it's worth anything to you, hit us up. If it's not, okay, fine. We'll just keep doing it.
And you will get some benefits if you do subscribe.
We're working on some really cool shit, actually.
Yeah,
We're
Matt,
gonna push
literally
a little more.
started the file to make a something. I
Yep.
don't even want to say what it is.
Yep.
But a something
For our big contributors.
for big cons, if you
Big
will.
donors.
And you get free stuff because, like, my wife has stuff that she'll just send you. I don't know, it might be stuff randomly from around the house, but could
Yeah,
be things
Windex. Half
like
a Windex.
things like air fresheners or stickers. I keep saying this. I have to like put all them together and do like a magic pony trick or something. Pick a number and send somebody a print. That's coming soon. So
Also, we do have to pay to get Corey
We
back
should
from
do it
Dagestan.
live.
we should
Ooh,
do that
a
live.
drawing.
Actually, we'll do that next week.
Yeah,
I'll set it
we'll
up
do a
so
live
we
drawing.
draw. We'll draw from the subs.
Can we get one of those
next week.
ball things? Can we spend all our Bucks of the Boys money on one of those lottery ball things?
Oh, I thought it was a gag.
No, we got those.
I don't know what that has to do
That's
with
what the control
B4B.
room's about.
That's why it's called the control room.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah,
I
Daddy's got
Yeah,
control.
all right, I forgot. Yeah. No, you want to rent one of those things? We'll just spend all the B4B money to rent
On one of those ball things. No,
Or
we should,
maybe
buy,
we-
we should definitely buy one.
Maybe we can get the Price is Right wheel.
Oh my
We'll
god!
give that a yank?
I think Frank's the guy I rented my bounce house off has got that.
He's got.
I talked to Frank, see if he can cut us a rate. Shout
See
to
what
Frank.
happens. But yeah, we'll do a live drawing next week. So here's your chance. Sub now because you'll be included in that thing. So with that said, I think that closes out B for B. The news.
The news.
What you got?
You know what I got?
Yeah, what do we got?
I
What
got-
do we got going on?
I got one for you boys. You might have caught it online because it was quite popular, and that is the Porsche Missionary race car.
I forgot about that. Remember a couple weeks ago I teased the thing
Yes.
and there was just a picture of a headlight. That's what it was. I forgot. I'm like, why do I somewhat remember this? But that's what Porsche ended up.
So you heard it
unveiling.
here first before anyone else.
Yep.
I guess the Missionary race car is their new electric race car. The thing looks super cool. It makes 1,000.
You know-
Oh, go ahead.
It looks really, really cool.
Yep.
I don't think it looks like anything like a traditional Porsche.
No.
And I think that's why it looks so much cooler than, what people were expecting.
Right. So maybe they make their electric stuff kind of in that idea. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a Halo car that they model their electric
Lotus
platform off. It's cool looking.
I got a bit of a Lotus vibe from it.
Okay.
Bit of like a Z-ish, like kind of the side profile. It wasn't very 911,
Yeah, I get that. I think.
which I'm big into.
Yeah, I think the design's really cool. If you're looking at it, it actually is slightly shorter than a Cayman, but wider and flatter, which is just the way to make stuff awesome.
Yeah.
It's got 1,088 horsepower on an 80 kilowatt battery, but in racing mode, it has 680 horsepower because when you're racing, maybe 1,000 is not the best idea. 4-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds. They say lap time performance-wise, it's the same as the current GT3 Cup. Battery cells have direct oil cooling, which is cool.
That's actually quite cool.
And then it's 15 minutes to get the battery from 5% to 80% with some 900-volt tech. I'd imagine you don't want to be on the receiving end of 900 volts.
They upped it 100 volts in comparison to the Taycan.
They gave you an extra hundy.
Gave the extra hundo.
So you can race for however long it'll race for, which I actually didn't get time on, and then 15-minute break, boom, back up to 80%, another 3 minutes of racing. So it's pretty wild. But yeah, it's, as I said, it's shorter and wider than a Cayman and flatter. So it's just super cool looking. I definitely, if we had shook around someone in the control room, I'd bring up a picture of the thing, but it is super cool looking.
Yeah,
we can't pop it up for the people on the thing. Oh, we'll look at it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some balance right there.
You know, I gotta say, overall, it's nice to see something. How do I say, like, so like new and like kind of outside the box, rather than just taking, hey, this is our GT3 RS and slapping an electric motor in it into batteries.
Yeah,
kind of a completely new take.
I get some real Audi TT vibes from the side.
Yeah, the side profile.
That's another good one.
Stubby.
And the roof, the way they do like the exoskeleton type roof thing with the glass, pretty wild, man. The whole thing's just
the interior. Yeah. The interior reminded me of the Singer ACS car.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's just a really cool looking car. Obviously, tons of carbon, tons of the most expensive stuff. Was there a price on this thing?
No. It was on that same article because where is it?
Price not for you. Too much for you, pal.
So basically, the Mission R is currently a running prototype, not scheduled for production, but its development will continue with a fully realized version expected by 2025 or 2026.
Cool.
So long ways away from getting any pricing structure information. I'd assume they're gonna. I don't know. Maybe they don't tame it down for the real world, but
I just gotta say, being at home watching our live stream, I gotta say having the television there is pretty nifty. This is pretty cool.
Can you see it?
Yeah, and it looks really good.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Oh yeah, look at that. I can see it as well. Yeah, the live stream's a bit behind us.
So what was I looking up before?
What were you looking up before?
I'm just curious. Anybody out there, and when we do have some listeners in the EV tech world that work for Tesla and maybe some other companies, what is the? Maybe we can just kind of work through this here. Tesla batteries, I believe, are water cooled.
I think it's coolant. So yeah.
So or just coolant. But I wonder what the difference between oil cooling.
Needs water
wetter, back to their roots.
I'm just trying to figure out like the benefits of oil cooling something like that versus coolant cooling it.
Oil cooling versus coolant cooling?
Oil.
Yeah. That's
maybe it's like mineral oil.
So I'm thinking from an electrical standpoint, mineral oil has a high dielectric, so it really serves as an insulation versus anything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what but I don't know how well it insulates heat. I know it insulates actual electrical current and voltage.
I didn't look into what direct oil cooling means. I was thinking that maybe the oil that cools the batteries is run through a radiator on the front of the car.
Right, just an actual cooler.
Where like an actual heat exchanger that the oil that actually goes through the batteries is on.
Yeah.
I don't know how feasible that is. I mean, I guess why not?
Yeah. I mean, it's theoretically it's the same thing. There's cooler and lines, and then it just matters what you put in it. And I would love to know the theory behind coolant cooling or water cooling versus oil cooling based stuff.
Right.
It's an interesting thing. I want to, again, I really want to learn as much as I can about the EV stuff because it's not going away.
I want to learn as much as I can in general.
Exactly. Yeah, why not?
So
another thing another bit of news on EV stuff here. Yep. While we have you, Johnny Lieberman just posted a thing, a pretty cool thing.
Breaking Johnny Lieberman news.
This is super, super cool.
10 hours ago.
10 hours ago.
On the old Instagrams, he writes, "We did it. At Motor Trend teamed up with Rivian Official. We were all over Rivian a couple weeks ago. Actually, let me pop that.
Let me
pop this thing up here.
We're going to Rivian right now?
And swap.
Oh, that thing? Yeah, with that truck?
So,
Yeah.
What they did was Motor Trend teamed up with Rivian Official and drove a pair of R1T electric trucks across America off-road on something that is called the TAT, a.k.a. the Trans-American Trail. No one else could have pulled it off, is what he said. You know,
He's probably right.
it's his opinion.
That's just your opinion, man.
The whole thing took 3 years of planning. He dropped some props out there. 43 days of driving, broken up into 5 legs in 9. Okay, apparently.
In 9. Can we see some more pics?
Yeah, we'll go.
I mean, these
9
Rivians.
journalists, I believe it was
9 what, Corey?
9 journalists.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Out there cooking on the little cooktop?
Yeah, so
Oops.
there was a few months ago, maybe even close to a year ago, where people were kind of shaking their heads at Rivian because they were showing that they were developing charging platforms that were on trails and not on normal roadways.
Yep.
I definitely would have shook my head on that.
Yep.
And at the time, people were like, "We don't understand. Like, this isn't going to work." It seems like they were developing these for a specific reason, and now we know why.
Yeah. So, and Lieberman kept teasing like big secret projects over, past couple years, or I'd say year in particular, with some other stuff. But it says, as Corey was saying, 9 editors to drive from Nags Head, North Carolina to Port Orford, Oregon, almost entirely off-road in EVs.
That's cool as hell.
This was the 8-day top secret adventure that he's been teasing. He's stoked that he could finally share it with everybody. He drove with Cortana, I can't read. Cortina Miguel. Not only did they drive for the longest leg, over 1,800 miles, but they ate the best and had the most fun. All right, again, yeah, they did it in EVs, complete off-road across America trip. It's actually rather cool, and I assume, you can read all about it on Motor Trend or click the link in his bio to go check it out.
Sweet.
Just quite a
nice adventure.
Yeah. Quite a thing to accomplish. Quite an accomplishment, realistically.
Yeah,
Especially
taking a
doing
year to
EVs.
drive 1,800 miles.
Not to keep on like the Rivian train, but the other bit of news I had for them was that their official EPA ranges finally came back.
Yeah.
And it's as promised. So the R1T is going to give you 314 miles of range officially stated from the EPA. The R1S, which is the SUV, is going to give you 316, which, I mean, it's a large truck. So to be able to travel that far in an electric truck seems pretty wild to me. I expected it to be much lower, considering Ford was saying their Ford Lightning, they're expecting to get about 230 miles out of it. So
Yuck.
Yeah.
Rivian certainly doing much better in their camp of your mileage and range on an electric truck of that size.
And I think we said like 300 seems to be that magic mark. We get 300, you can stay pretty comfortable, short of driving the cross country off road.
So Rivian is actually they're offering at some point, not on released cars, but they're offering what's called a Max Pack, which will give you a much larger battery. It'll give your mileage over 400. However, it comes in an insanely expensive additional cost of $10,000.
Yeah.
Which made me think that the 300 miles is more than sufficient.
$200 a month. Interesting. I was going to say this for later news, but since we're talking about mileage, battery mileage, the boys over there, Edmunds, got the Tesla Model S Plaid, and they did their their mileage test.
Mm-hmm.
And that Model S Plaid does 345 miles on a charge. And this ties with the Model 3 Long Range, which is the current record holder for them. And it says they also did a cool thing, which I liked a lot, which was how much it would cost electric-wise. And they do it with the most expensive state for electric and the least expensive state for electric.
Yep.
So in Hawaii, that would have cost you $36.55.
Yep.
In Idaho, it would have cost you $11.07. Electric's cheap in Idaho.
Wow.
I think around Hawaii, I think is way beyond like the mean, like super crazy.
Right. Everything is.
But yeah, so you probably about $15-$20 around here. And
to travel 300 something miles
that's cheap.
unbelievably cost effective. Yeah,
And they said it's not bad for over 1,000 horsepower. Which is
not bad.
They were
Jesus,
trying to like compare it to cars, and like, well, I guess we could compare it to the Hellcat, but a Hellcat can't make that kind of mileage on a tank of gas. So it's just like, and it's got like 400 less horsepower,
and it's rather expensive to fill that thing up with 93.
Yeah. So
You know,
it was
and
really interesting.
I talked about Marquez did a video on his Tesla Model Plaid, and he actually drove from New York to Boston and back.
Yeah.
And that's almost exactly the mileage he says he was getting, kind of, and even driving more spiritedly,
Yeah.
I guess I should say. Having just gotten in the car and just got it, you kind of want to
Test her out.
see what it's got to give. Yeah. And it's like you said, to have 4-digit horsepower and have that range is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they said they drove it kind of the same way they drove their Take-In, moderately, but got in a little here and there. I mean, I think their stated mileage from the factory is 347, so it was 2 less.
Yeah.
It was really, really close. So it's good to see that EPA stuff's close.
Yeah, I'm interested to see when Lucid's official EPA ranges come back and see what they're all about.
Yeah, because Lieberman was all about that thing.
Big Lucid guy.
He was pretty amped on it, but I want to see, instead of like estimations, I want to see when they give their official rating, what it comes in at.
Right. If you guys don't, I can continue with this electric news segment.
Well, so you kind of hinted around that Edmunds article, but this comes right from Edmunds regarding the Model S Plaid. And they just write, the Tesla Model S Plaid is nothing more than a marketing exercise designed to draw attention to an aging car. Also, the yoke is a joke. You can find their full review of the fastest car they've ever tested on Edmunds.com.
Yeah.
So it's just an interesting...
I'll just keep on reading that the yoke's terrible.
There's no reason for it.
Correct.
Again, we said it before. Why reinvent the wheel? That's a case where, no, don't fucking touch it. Leave it as is.
They took like the Dodge idea where it's like, okay, we've had this platform for 10 years. Let's put 1,000 horsepower in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Before they refresh it.
Yeah, they Hellcated it, but with EV.
The next Model S, are they going to be basing around 800 horsepower?
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see. But speaking of interesting electric cars, over the last couple of days, the BMW iVision Circular concept came out.
Oh, God.
This was the compact iCar for the year 2040. They put out a video about it, and it's basically an acid trip, like kind of a Willy Wonka acid trip about a place called Joytopia, which is not where the world is heading in 2040. We're more likely going to be living in caves blown to smithereens by some type of nuclear blast. But there's lots of recycled material on this thing. The article I read really liked the looks, which didn't do it for me. Fucking crazy doors. They were like kind of Suicide Lambo-ish. The interior looks like a 70s, a 70s couch my grandma would have, like kind of like a velour, crushed velour, which I liked. This article has no pictures of it.
Wow. Okay. They're just showing me bikes.
Yeah, go to somebody else. So there are a bunch of great pictures of it. The interior looks crazy. There's no B-pillar.
That's the same one I just brought up.
Yeah, so the doors open like suicide back, normal front, so it like opens wide. It looks cool when it's open. But it's basically a box on wheels. It's got super kind of sunglassy looking kidney grills with the headlights integrated, which they were saying kind of look for that integrated headlight into the grill in future BMW design. And the seats did look, in fact, comfy as hell. But it's definitely a weird thing. And it's definitely like kind of a, it's a future vision thing. It's not a real car. But the interior was really weird.
2040 is far out.
2040 is far, yeah. And that's where they're saying this
this
is an exercise. Don't expect this to be a thing.
Yeah, we hear lots of promises and ideas about 2025 and 2030, and even at that point, we're like, that's a long ways away.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
2040 is I mean, who knows? 2040, I mean, there might be no such thing as cars anymore.
Yeah, or people.
Yeah, we'll
still be here. We're like cockroaches.
I mean, the tail lights and headlights are cool. The wheels are crazy looking.
Wheels are wild.
But look at the interior of this thing. It's just like, it seriously looks like grandma's velour.
Where am I?
I mean that in the best way possible. It's probably the best part of the car.
Oh,
there's gonna be a side shot with it wide open because the other doors open backwards. Oh, you can see one of the doors in the those are the headlights in the grill. Is it really not? I don't know even where I saw mine. Okay, well, anyways, the interior is crazy looking.
There.
But it's called the circular concept because they immediately put the design in the circular file later.
Yeah. Adios.
But yeah, it was cool. That's cool. Cars are cool. I have one last non-local news because I do have a local news today. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
The Italian government, I think we mentioned this, is trying to make an exception for the EU's 2035 combustion engine ban for small production supercar manufacturers within Italy.
Yep.
I mean, the problem being the companies are trying to make small production supercar builders are massive global corporations, but hey, that's okay. It worked for Pagani. So that was trying to make an exception for Ferrari and Lamborghini.
Yep.
But the Porsche CEO, Oliver Bloom, isn't having that at all. He says everyone has to contribute to the fight against climate change. Loser. And Porsche already makes electric cars, so it's pretty easy for him to say, but obviously Porsche is pushing back. Obviously Germany is not going to cut anybody slack to make super V12s.
Yeah.
Lambo believes a V12 is essential to the brand, which they're correct. Also, Lambo, notably, is owned by the same company that owns Porsche.
Are they? Or did that?
That is true.
So, okay. And then Ferrari hasn't said much about this, but they do plan to release a full EV by 2025. So, I mean, the interesting thing about a Lambo is they had that one weird car that had like a battery that gave it like 2 extra horsepower.
Yeah.
Based on one of their 12s, where Ferraris had the LaFerrari, which has some battery stuff too, which is probably actually the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Didn't really get far on.
I mean, go Italy, man. Don't let the EU hold you down.
I'm trying to find out.
I mean, it's a combustion engine
There's a
ban.
reason I love Italy.
Yeah. They just keep giving.
You know, they'll just hold out. They'll send you a
I
ticket.
mean, it's part of their heritage.
They'll send you a ticket for allegedly,
For some valet driver driving my car.
but
You never have to pay it.
they're just, not fucking leaving.
Yeah. I'm not fucking leaving. They're real busy over there. So, anyways, obviously the Germans aren't psyched about that, but they're owned by the same company. It's kind of a funny little argument. But, yeah, I hope that goes through. I like me some combustion. I mean, that's why I'm here. Even though I did all electric news today.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of EV news.
I've got one quick one that's not EV. We can throw in there quick.
I don't know if we want to do that.
It's not
Non-EV.
It's not really relevant to the U.S.
That's okay.
However, I don't know if anyone saw that the 2022 Land Cruisers are extended wait time up to 4 years at this point in order to get one built for you.
Holy shit.
Land Cruiser?
Toyota got
Holy shit.
Toyota got 20,000 orders for Land Cruisers in 1 month. And 90% of them are going to Japan. Now, the Land Cruiser itself isn't coming to the U.S. We're getting the Lexus variant.
Yeah.
However, I mean, it's the same car or the same platform, just with a different badge. So I wonder if this will also affect U.S. citizens trying to get, a Land Cruiser. If it's still going to be that kind of weight.
It's got to, I just keep on reading about this chip shortage, how cars are going to stay expensive, and this is going to screw us for quite some time. So I'm sure that is a huge portion of that, too, where just nobody can get chips for anything.
Yeah.
We should open a chip company.
We should. We'll
they're
just take
citing
donations.
that they
vinegar.
will not be building any Land Cruisers in part of August and all of September because of lack of parts.
Yep.
Now, I assume it's chips as well as some other parts they're having a problem with. But it seems as if, if you're going to wait 4 years for a Land Cruiser, they're cool, but I don't think they're that cool.
Yeah, definitely not. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
4-year delays, not the best. That's like buying a
A little
Cybertruck.
aggressive.
What's going to come first, the Land Cruiser or the Cybertruck?
Oh, man, that's a very
What
good
pre-order
question.
you got?
Or the Roadster.
Yeah, the Roadster.
It might actually be the Cybertruck.
Wow, that's not good.
Oof, we'll see.
It's tough to see this chip shortage, man. I'm glad I leased my shit right before it
We
started.
got four long years to wait.
Yeah?
Let's see. I got a couple more bits. Ford advises dealers to give Bronco buyers booze to make up for the lengthy delays.
Booze?
The automaker,
I support this.
the automaker is eager to make amends for the ongoing delays of the Bronco deliveries.
What's Toyota going to give?
I don't know. The program allows for a maximum, let's see, in a letter sent to dealerships, Ford explains that the fund was established in an attempt to assist dealerships while helping manage the wait for Bronco customers with confirmed orders. The program allows for maximum payments up to $1,000 for dealers to spend on customer relations.
Boosh?
That's not per customer. That's a dealer gets $1,000 and gets
$1,000 a dealer?
Yeah, that's what this
Okay,
is.
chuck
reading.
everybody a Mad Dog?
That-
What are you going to do with that?
MT20.
Everybody gets a Mad Dog?
No, he's just gonna buy a 30 rack of Schlitz.
Yeah.
And fucking
Who wants a
dish it
fat kid
out.
Schlitz? They could have like customer appreciation day. Come down and you shotgun a case of Schlitz.
Miller High Life 40s is what everybody's gonna get. Notably, the scheme isn't run in a prescriptive fashion. The idea is that dealerships know best what their customers want and need, perhaps their Broncos, and thus are best positioned to decide how to spend the money.
It's $1,000 a dealership.
$1,000 a dealership from Ford. So
Really rolling out the red
basically-
carpet.
So basically, I'm sure the dealers are going to call their customers and just say, "Hey, sorry, a little bit longer.
It's late, but me and the boys
Me and
are
the boys
going
are
out to
going
dinner."
me and the boys are going to go have a day," and that's about it. So yeah, that's
That's rough.
a thing. It's pretty funny.
Having recently seen a big dealership owner's home, I think I know where that $1,000 is.
Shouts to the hibachi in the living room.
Yeah.
Ford will start shipping replacement Bronco hardtops within a week.
Okay.
That's
my
positive.
kind.
That's
All right.
positive. And also, I'm going to pull this up now because it is just hideous, and I think the world should see it. This 1997 Dodge Ram 3500 dually has been widened by a foot.
Yeah, it just kind of messes with your mind.
It doesn't seem right.
It just looks like the grill's
It
flatter.
makes me feel uncomfortable, to be quite honest.
It honestly makes me think someone just squished that photo.
Exactly.
I'll
not
go back up
exactly
to the
sure.
interior pic of the glove box. It's like double. Okay.
Dual glove boxes.
Got a couple bookshelves.
Had to lengthen that.
Look how wide it is, and look how there's literally no room for anyone in the back seat still.
It literally still
It's just
terrible.
stupid.
And then I enjoy that they left the seam in the bed to
Yeah.
show where they brought them together.
I didn't initially realize it had stacks, which is terrible.
Yeah. So it's a single owner truck with less than 79,000 miles on the odometer, listed on Craigslist with a price of $31,999.
Shit, Toga should put that up as a tow
a
rig.
shop truck.
Yeah.
The thing about this is like a normal 3500. It's kind of wide for the road, right?
Yeah, but this is extra wide.
This is extra wide.
This
like,
would
this
be a
is
great
just
shop tow rig.
Bigger pain in the ass.
That should be our main topic. Who buys a V10 turbo diesel as a tow rig?
Oh, shouts to Tony.
I feel
Shows
so
to-
bad for him.
shows to
All he
Tony.
does is fight with that thing.
Yeah, I know. He's probably still fighting with it right now. This
He's
has
a diesel bro.
5.9 liter 12 valve diesel inline 6 under the hood.
Oh boy.
So there we go. But yeah, that thing made me uncomfortable. And then somebody sent me a picture on Instagram of a van that somebody did in the same manner. And it was also a Dodge. So there might be something in the water.
I
with
think the
that.
paint job makes me even more uncomfortable.
Shouts to that RS3 in the background. What is that?
Just
right
hanging
there?
out.
Just chilling. But yeah, that is enough of that thing.
I'm into it.
So what else we got? Anything? We're just kind of hanging out.
I got a little local news, which I find
yes,
really
yes.
entertaining. Okay. The
What do
RI.
you got for local?
Okay, the Rhode Island ACLU is calling on cities to stop using mounted license plate cameras, citing privacy concerns. It came out like last week that the cities of Cranston, Pawtucket, and Woonsocket were just randomly mounting cameras everywhere. And once they were mounted, people were like, "What is that?" And they're like, "Oh, those just scan your license plate. So, like, if you got something, we can just get you." And they were installed without any public notice, which is required.
Similar to speed bumps.
And the ACLU says, yeah, well, obviously in Providence, somebody's uncle owns a speed bump company.
Right.
And
It's
someone
funny.
was trying to get paid, and they were like, we got to get my uncle paid. How many speed bumps can we install?
I recently watched a documentary called Fear Street.
Yeah.
About the five families in New York City.
Yeah.
Sounds very similar.
Yeah,
I'm
very
just saying,
similar. So one of
similarities
them
there.
owns a speedboat company.
Yeah.
But I digress. The ACLU said, in the absence of legislatively established limits on the use of the cameras, the privacy rights of the public remain in the absolute discretion of the police department and a private company, which can change their privacy guidelines at any time. So there's no limit on what they could do with these things. So the mayor of Cranston / local idiot really pounded in how brilliant he is when he said, I don't think there's anything wrong with them unless you do something wrong, said Cranston Mayor Ken Hopkins.
Classic.
Bit of an overreach.
Yeah, way to get there, Ken.
Yeah.
What? Jesus. What if I'm trying to take a dump in front of one of these things, you know? These guys are looking at me.
I don't need no license plate cam looking up my skirt.
Exactly. No, come on. I mean, that's how you really pound in that you're a real moron. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, if you're not doing anything wrong, who cares?
Yeah.
We could just install one in your kitchen. If you're not doing anything wrong,
Yeah, there's
there's no limit on that.
That's not how it works.
Don't give up your privacy for safety. What kind of safety? All this is a way to tax you more.
I'm going to be honest. Going back to that documentary, even before they installed the bugs in the mobsters' homes,
Yeah.
they needed a fucking warrant.
Exactly. They don't need a warrant for some reason for this.
Probable cause, if I stand corrected.
This is just these cities trying to tax you more. They're trying to raise revenue with these things, and there's no limit on them. I say go get them the ACLU. They beat the shit out of the DMV, which I appreciate with the fuck gas plate.
Yeah.
I mean fake gas plate.
Yeah.
And hopefully they go after them for this, because that is really that's obnoxious.
They're just
and of course there's some private company that like takes half the fine, just like the speed cameras around here.
car people, cars in general. We're under attack.
I'll tell you what, no face, no case works every time.
No plate.
You know, I just don't know. You give an inch, they take a mile. I mean, what else are they going to do next? It's just going to be, dash cam, but it's faced inward.
Inward, right.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yep. Like they didn't even ask anyone nor inform anybody. People were just like, why are there random cameras going up all over the place?
Yeah, really infringe. We have enough rules and regulations on the roadway.
Yeah,
you're
going to work to catch somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just going to, it's just, ugh. And they just scan the plates, Maybe your insurance lapsed. Now they're going to be hitting you with a little fine here and there. It's just too much. It's going to go away. Thanks, ACLU. If you need some guys to push your cause, we're your men.
Shouts. We can get a message out there.
Giant shouts.
Shouts to Pudva in the
I
chat.
To pick him up as a sponsor.
Yeah. It's brought to you by the Rhode Island ACLU. We get dropped like next day.
Shouts to Pudva in the chat. He says he's driven a Plaid, didn't mind the yoke. The lack of stalks or the hardest thing to get used to.
Yeah, that's really weird.
And he also said Tesla uses coolant through a heat exchanger and chillers.
Pudva's just really absolutely taking it to the house for us today.
He is. He's bringing it.
He's got the whole team on his back. He's putting the whole team on his back.
Tier guy.
We should have brought him in.
If anybody is in the chat and you want to hear about specific topics or something like that while you're currently in the chat, maybe we can harp on those too.
Well, look what Raph said. Raph had some cool hints about the new Land Cruiser.
Oh, the new Land Cruiser is going to get, this is from Raph.
Spanish English on
Instagram. The new Land Cruiser is going to get a Gazoo Racing version, TRD. And the OE bumpers on Land Cruisers come in a way where you can cut them for metal bumpers and keep your parking sensors.
That's cool as hell.
That works.
I wonder if the metal bumpers then interfere with the parking sensors. No, it's interesting. Actually, it's interesting side note. My dad's got an X3M40, whatever the fuck that thing is, X340M.
Yeah.
So he went to go put on, they didn't mount the plate bracket to the front of it.
Yep.
So he went to go put on one of those little things you put in your tow hook thing.
Yeah.
It interferes with everything. Parking sensors, radar cruise. Oh, yeah. It's a total nightmare.
The plate itself.
The plate itself.
Yeah, it just blocks a particular sensor on that side.
So that's why you get all these drive yourself stuff.
Yeah.
Starts effing you every now and then,
Hey, somebody's got to see, whether it's you or the computer.
Exactly. You're blocking the computer's eye. I mean, that's on you.
What else we got? Videos? We can get into some videos.
Oh, yeah, some videos. Well, let me look. I'm trying to think what I saw recently. I don't know if I've been deep into videos recently.
I've got a few small ones before I jump ship here on my meeting with Hasbullah, but I got... So give me 1 second while I bring up my history here and disclose what I want to disclose.
I did see a Road America Viper Days reunion with some guy on Road America in a 9-liter Viper just absolutely getting it. Road Atlanta, rather.
Yep.
A 9-liter?
Yeah, because the 8.4 doesn't get it done, so you get to stroke her out a little to get like 2% more.
Gotcha.
That guy showed him how to do it. And also, Rob Ferretti, put up a video about how Hurricane Ida flooded his warehouse with all his cars in it, and it's really sad to see.
Watch that.
Shouts to him. I started watching a Formula Super video that I didn't get to, and then I just looked at Korg and Moog synthesizers pretty much for the last couple days. So, shouts to them as well. Looking for a sponsorship.
Yeah. One specifically I wanted to bring up is Tyrell put out a new video about the 911, the 2.7 RS. The 911 Porsche feared no one would buy. I mean, this guy, I think we talked about it before. I mean, we could watch a video of him talking about paint drying.
Absolutely.
He just knows so much, has such a way of voicing the information he wants to tell you, and it's entertaining. You absorb it. You're interested in it. He gets in it. He drives it. God, that car sounds incredible. Also, it was nice to see when that wasn't white, because pretty much they're all white with some door graphics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of the main video I watched. I did watch Rob Ferretti's. That's a huge bummer. But then I don't know if anyone watches any of Car Throttle's stuff.
I sometimes do, yeah.
So they did a video where they saved a subscriber's car from the scrapyard.
Okay.
And I clicked on it because it was a Mini. I'm a big fan of Minis. It turns out it was actually a pretty sad story where this guy was having a hard time walking. It was his dad's car. He's trying to save it, but he hasn't been able to get around himself to clean the car up and get it running. And it turned out to be a really good video, so it was worth checking out and worth watching. And those guys are just entertaining in general. I don't know their names, but I do know they are quality content.
Yeah, Car Throttle on the old YouTubes.
The old tubes there.
Yeah, it looks like they got some
on
videos I gotta
YouTube.
watch.
They've done some really good video series. The main guy there, he did a Miata. I bought a Miata, and this is everything that was wrong with it, and this is what I had to do to fix it. It was super entertaining, fun to watch, witty. All that stuff you kind of like out of a quick little YouTube video.
Yep. I haven't watched much YouTube. I've just really been on that Fear Street. Finished that yesterday.
All right.
So now I gotta find something else to watch.
What's Fear Street?
It's just a Netflix doc on the 5 families.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. How
that.
they got taken down. It's
Don't like that at all.
some
This guy's getting taken down.
it's rough in the streets,
There's good guys out there.
Shouts to Gotti. Shouts to John Gotti. Are we gonna move on to questions? Want to get into some
I
questions?
think we kind of have to because
Yeah.
we had this a little unscheduled roughness going on
A
here.
little bit of a different flavor, if you will, but we like to keep you guessing. Oops.
All right. Well, you
Need
boys
to
jump
go.
over to questions. I am gonna split off from here.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks
Corey.
for taking my singular phone call I had to give.
Good luck with the
I
authorities
will-
over there.
We will relay any messages.
More than likely, see you guys next week, and we'll do this in person.
We will
Can't wait, buddy.
relay any messages you might have to the lawyers and the powers that be, and we
We wish you well.
we'll see you next week.
I'll Morse code it over to you.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sick, buddy. See ya.
Later.
Later, guys. Bye.
Let me.
He didn't sound like he's being tortured, which is nice.
No, that's good. That's good to hear.
They're really
out there
changing their ways over there.
in the Kazakhstan jails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me close that out. Close that out. I think we're good with that. What do I have to mute here? I can't
Let me
remember.
try to mute. I killed it on mine.
Okay. All right. Good. So we're good. Yeah. Let's get into some questions. And again, if anybody's out in the chat, please feel free to chime in with some of yours. Full Metal Neck
Full Metal Neck.
just writes, Zelda Orcana of Time, so good. You guys were talking about childhood video games last week, and he mentions that one. He also writes, also Pear's Rule. Try a wine poached Bosch pear with
Whoa.
whipped cream.
Whoa, that sounds hard as fuck.
That,
Ocarina of Time was a fun game. I think I was too old when it came out. I'm a Final Fantasy VII man
oh boy.
to the day I die.
Yeah.
So hard. I cried.
So there's another thing I started to watch last night or sometime,
Okay.
like a video game thing on Netflix that was pretty cool. It was
Yeah.
like just kind of a 40-minute episode on Super Mario and Super Mario
You
Nintendo Power Magazine.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was pretty good.
Remember the Nintendo Power TV show where you ran through a video game store and grabbed everything you could?
Yeah.
That was like my
that was
heaven.
awesome.
You see that in China? They're making it so kids can only play an hour of video games
I did
based
see
on the
that.
government.
Yeah.
It's a way to make a market. I'd be selling my video game time to kids all the time.
Yeah.
They just created one of the greatest black markets on earth.
Yeah. Seriously.
Shouts to China.
Right. Seriously. You can sell. Oh my God.
Yeah, imagine that. Get a little income from some
Yep.
kid that's imagine if you were like
If there's,
we're not them, but those guys on the internet that people are influenced by, an influencer,
yeah.
and you were like a 17-year-old and you're like, oh, I only get an hour now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's.
Yeah. Not good.
Yep.
They're trying to build a bunch of manly men over there, though.
Great whistle. What motivates you to do
Great
car
whistle.
things?
Breaking my cars. It's interesting. I was we're gonna get on a little tangent here. I was went to drive my K truck for the first time in a little bit. I forget what I just did to it. Probably some axles, because I end up doing axle boots all the time. And we're driving to the farm down the street from my house to pick up some stuff. And I'm like, wow, this thing feels like a little held back. Not that she's fast, but I'm going down like a serious downhill, and I push the clutch in and it starts slowing down. And I was like, uh-oh, there's a brake sticking. So I got to take apart my brake calipers and clean them up a little bit without having to rebleed them, which is awesome.
Yeah. Shows to know with God.
Yeah, I got to about as deep as I could before I would have had to actually disassemble them.
Yeah.
And then I was backing out of my garage when I realized you have to pump the brake about 100 times before it starts to bite
Before
again.
it gets some pressure, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, luckily this thing's light. But yeah, I think to work on my cars, man, it's just stuff breaks and I got to fix it. Like, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I look forward to stuff breaking so I can go out and just mess around.
Yeah.
As long as it's lighter work that I can do.
Yeah.
And then, like, just sometimes, if I like this podcast that I like, that, like, you can go to, if I'm washing a car, I can't listen to a podcast. I got to listen to my, like, noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
Because I'm running blowers and power washers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I'm doing little stuff like brakes, like fixing the brakes on that, or if I'm doing whatever bullshit, I'm doing swapping wheels or whatever little shit, touch up paint. That's what I was doing the M3 recently. I can at least throw on a podcast and just kind of hang out in the garage and zone out and just concentrate on that instead of everything else. So it gets a little zenny if you
it's a
get
good
it right.
thing to do, and we get tagged in a lot of photos and videos of people doing that with us. So, if you're working on your car and listening to this, cheers.
Yeah,
I hope it works out.
Yeah, I'm huge into that.
Hope you can find that 10 mil.
Luckily, I have enough cars too where something's broken usually.
Yeah.
And it's like I just have parts on my workbench, and like if I get a minute, I'm like, okay, I'll go. I got to put some new like caster mounts on my M3. Like I'll do that after I get back from bikes.
Yep. There's a couple things I got to do to the potato. I'll make some videos of that soon enough. But with me, like, I have the motivation. It's just finding the time to make it.
Yeah, it was
happen.
tough when you got to drive out. That's what I would always find when I would go. I have talked about it before why I built my garage, but when I would go to my shop, it's 20 minutes away, so there's 40 minutes. There's at least an hour every time, and like, there's no way anything takes 20 minutes for me to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything takes at least 2 hours. So
I was getting into a good little rhythm there of just like, nope, wake up super early, come Saturday morning,
hammer something
do
out,
something till lunch or whatever, and then go.
Yeah,
from
if you
there.
can plan it like that, that's the best way.
Yeah. Also from Grape Whistle, he just writes, "Can I get it? I'm not fucking leaving."
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I think that's what he was talking about. Levi lucks out.
Levi lucks out.
Let's see. What car would you buy your new to driving child? No Danger Rangers or rock seeking cars. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe a Passat or something like that.
H1.
Something. H1 Hummer.
H1. Now you're a danger to everyone else. Congratulations.
Right. Look, I bought you the protection.
You're driving a building now.
So now, that is very true.
It's slow.
Yep.
It's dangerous for everybody
People
else.
are
You'll be fine.
Generally going to get out of your way. I mean, that really is.
Yeah, you're going to just be in the slow
That
lane all
really
the time.
is
H1's the ultimate first car.
the safest car.
Absolutely.
There's Volvo, and then there's
I probably get one that's kind of
H1
anti, little anti armor on it. You know what I mean? Something a little heavier.
right. That's seen some shit.
Yeah, some that's seen some shit.
Yeah. Let's see.
They're supposedly terrible, but that's fine because I'm not going to be driving it.
But
My kid's going to be safe.
Climb a 3-foot front facing.
Yeah, no
wall,
problem.
So.
Which hopefully they wouldn't find out for a while.
Yeah. And they're gonna reinflate themselves.
If somebody hits it, that person's dead. You know what I mean? My kid's probably gonna be young enough where they're not even gonna catch a case. So I'm into that.
It's just a total loss.
Just
right.
Truck's gone.
That was gone, but
kid's fine.
Yeah.
May put a 50 on top. You know what I mean?
Really
Some that says
it.
maybe time to get out of the way.
Yeah, really avoid it. Levi lucks out again. Most amusing looking car you've ever seen / driven. For example, lifted Gremlin. Most amusing looking car I've ever seen or driven.
The most amusing I've seen in a while was that metallic blue Murano drop top on like 23s or 24s.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, and the whole back seat was speaker subs, so I was really into that. I unfortunately did not get to drive that. I'm trying to think. The most amusing thing I got to drive is our friend Crazy Ben has a half track, which I mean is like a tractor with a hand throttle and stuff. But that was definitely like I'm using it, and you can like feel the fact that you're destroying whatever ground it's going over, which I like.
Yeah. Let's see. Most amusing car I've seen, probably the gentleman who turned his first gen Dodge Neon into a pickup truck.
Ooh, like that.
Utility body on the Dodge Neon there.
Yep. Nothing
So
says
that's good.
utility like Neon.
I guess that guy's really into him, from what I hear. I see him locally every now and again.
Kind of has to be.
And then driving Chuck's K car. That's
K car's a lot of fun.
quite fun to drive
little
and
ride.
just interesting. Just a completely different kind of thing and feel, and
Totally
it's just,
legal.
yeah, everything smitten, if you will, from the time.
Everyone
you
that
rent it to
drives
the
that
time
thing
you
is just like, yeah, this thing's cool as hell.
leave. Let's see. Not from stock.
Not from stock.
You mentioned TSW Venoms in episode 165. Thoughts on them? People hated them, and now they're making a comeback.
Corey loves
them. Yeah, and they
Corey
are.
had
I do keep seeing, because he was explaining to me, I don't know, a couple months ago. He's like, "Oh, those things." People are like,
They get the gems.
looking for those things now, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, TSW obviously stands for totally soft wheels, as we all know.
Yeah.
They're generally regarded lowly. I don't mind them.
Yeah. They're
And the Venom's
they're
like,
fine.
I know how the special place they hold in Corey's heart, and you know, with him in a Dagestani prison right now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna echo that sentiment.
He also, not from stock, also wrote, "Did Corey share the chips with you?" No, he didn't.
No,
he
Corey-
did read us the letter.
Here's the deal: if you send stuff to Corey directly,
Anything
none of
edible.
the food's making it here.
Yeah.
Everything else will make it here.
Yep.
All the well wishes, the letters,
Yeah.
even stickers and stuff. Food ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
That has to come right to us.
KG211.
Check your Instagram. Is that for me? We'll check in a little
we'll
bit.
check DM in a minute. What's uglier, Chevy SSR or a Pontiac Aztec? Chevy SSR. I hate those cars.
The SSR is the stupid hot rod thing or the bread van thing?
I think it's the hot rod thing, right? I think so. If that's what I'm thinking in my mind.
The Pontiac Aztec got
Oh
made.
my god, yeah, it's the one. It's the terrible one.
Got made cool by Breaking Bad. So I guess.
That's
like ugly
this
cool
is
now.
That's the SSR.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
It just
I just
shouldn't-
don't even. I don't get who thinks that's cool.
why it shouldn't exist. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's just bad.
Take the bad man away.
I'm not even sorry.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm
I
sorry
would-
if you ordered one.
I would 100% rock a Aztec before that. Like any day.
100%. The Aztec has like a. Can't you put a 10 on the back of the thing?
You can, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Utilitarian,
What can you
if
do
you
with an
will.
SSR besides look terrible?
Let's see. Jackhammer.
Jack Hammer, what's up?
What happened with these car recommendations? No more Murano drop top. Oh no, we still fully stand behind the Murano drop top.
Are you getting one?
Yeah, and he should. He should.
Oh man, yeah. I hope you get one, man. It's kind of the only thing you can drive to the hill with the top down.
Exactly. Can't go wrong. Details by Doug.
Yeah.
If
details by
there
Doug.
was rims, if there was a rim style or brand you could have back, what would it be and why?
Rim style or
So essentially
brand.
something that, I mean, there's not really anything that I'm like, oh shit. you can't
Most
get
of the
those.
stuff I love still exists.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you can't get RSs anymore, like new.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. I would like to get the Hardage 3-pieces. I wish someone would remake those because they're so expensive to buy.
Yep.
And that's from a guy that has a bunch of like expensive wheels that you could find at a deal. I cannot find I've had buddies from the podcast help me out and find some wheels before. That's how I got my 3-piece Schnitzers. Giant shout. If I can find some of those Hardage 3-pieces, that's like my last wheel. I need that wheel. So, we saw like faces for like $3,000 the other day. So
Jesus.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's a mad
But that's
world.
what I'm looking for. I might, when I go to Poland next time, a decade from now when they open the borders again, I might try to find some out in Eastern Europe.
Falk and Steve,
Fucking Steve.
favorite automotive merch? Revival Motoring merch, buddy.
Revival merch, buddy. I like hats.
Rotiform's making some cool stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Rotiform cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff at that show down
I
there,
was
the
going
Low
to say,
Show.
we forgot to mention that. Yeah, the Low Show. The scene looked really cool.
The whole thing looked cool.
It just
I wish I went as a spectator. It was just, it's my daughter's birthday. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. And
And we had a bounce house. It's better than the Low Show. But yeah, the Rotiforms put out some really cool stuff. Obviously, Save the K. Their new K truck.
Yeah.
Come and take it shirt's very nice.
solid.
But I honestly, I don't buy that much.
I know as much as we like sell the stuff. And maybe this is because I don't Like I wear my own stuff, so I don't buy anybody else.
Yeah, I
like,
think we
it's not 'cause
all
I
wear
don't wanna-
revival shirts because it helps us to wear it.
It just-
and it's basically
like,
free.
And that's why I'm supporting. Like, yeah, it's
Gotta
like
support you. You know,
it's just supporting our stuff. And again, I rock other people's stuff too. I just never like. I don't buy anything. I really don't.
I buy T-shirts every now and then at events. I love buying shirts at events.
I'm just terrible. Yeah, yeah. And matter of fact, like I grabbed my wife a Fieldwork shirt. That was.
I got a Slysdale shirt, which I really love.
Shit. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. 3-6 Mafia.
36 Mafia.
Besides Staggered, what are you looking forward to most this fall?
Oh man, I got a couple more track days.
Besides pumpkin spice lattes.
Pumpkin spice, man. If I look at, I know there's a Track Night America the 16th, so next Thursday. Oh my God.
Oh Jesus.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so the Thursday there's a track night. I got a track event in October. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
We got some stuff. We're gonna have some donut meets.
Yeah.
We're going to have a donut meet at a special location as well. Some Sunday in October. I'll get more details on that. We get some stuff going on ourselves. Yeah, there's still more stuff coming.
Yeah.
Especially from us, we'll have some stuff going on. So I look forward to it, man. I really liked windows down, heat on.
Yes.
Driving weather.
Best time. Or windows down, hoodie on.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the best, and we're right on the brink of that. I really like fall.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm the rare person that really, really, really can't wait to put the cars away for winter. I love winter.
We got a little taste of that on the drive home from Fieldworks. It was like I put.
I did. I put the heat up a little bit.
Heat.
Dropped the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep this whole fucking train rolling year round, baby. So we'll try to do some stuff, in the bitter winter. From 3-6 Mafia again.
3-6 Mafia.
Can y'all cover interior detailing for next season? Asking for a friend. With you, buddy, take it all out.
We'd love to.
Take it all out.
No, bring it up here, man. We'll
him,
work with you.
We'll take it out. Take the carpets out.
You need a steam cleaner. You need to go rent a steam cleaner from Home Depot.
Get some desiccant to really try to soak up the moisture first.
Yep.
There's I forget the name. We use them at work. There's a particular bag. It's like Moisture Rid or Rid Moisture or something. Yeah, it's this weird looking chewed piece of gum bag.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I caught it on the corner of my eye under the table. I've bought some cars that smelled like absolute Japanese ball bag, and have gone to Home Depot, rented a steam cleaner.
Yeah.
And it's astonishing the sins you can remove with a steam cleaner.
God. It quite possibly now is your opportunity to make that interior cleaner than it's ever been.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take those seats out. Once you get the seats out, you know how roomy it gets in there.
Which he already did because
I've seen that.
He put him in
drying
the
out.
middle of the of his yard there.
But I would 100% steam cleaner is crazy what you can get out with that.
Do that. Again, that Moisture Rid stuff. And then McGuire's Noah was showing me a few weeks ago. McGuire's makes this think of a bug bomb that you debug a place.
Yeah.
But with interior smells.
No shit, really?
McGuire's has this bomb that literally says put up your windows, pop it in there for an hour, turn it on, but get out or
you
something
sit in
there. Yeah, don't sit in there with it. Because it supposedly works pretty good. It's like
cool.
McGuire something bomb.
Yeah, we're into that, man. We can
look it up.
We'll make a video about us trying to help you fix that machine.
We could. It'd be
funny.
Fun. Buggy Will, if you
Buggy
guys
Will.
were to do a show, what would be on the schedule? 2-step, limbo, etc.
If we were to do a show, which we do,
Dinner and a movie.
it would be more of dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
It would be we obviously can't have a full on show because we'd have to rent a big thing. Maybe we'll do it some year. But
Right,
the
if-
show we do, I said do,
Dude.
which we can't advertise at all, is really just like a hangs with the boys.
Yeah.
And some really good food.
There's some treats, if you
And
will.
there'll be some nighttime events. We're working on it. You'll know.
Yeah.
You might not know, but you might know.
There'll be.
It's more of a hangout thing. We're not really into the judgy.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, we're all judging each other's cars, you know,
constantly.
under our breath, but, we're just more like hanging with the boys, getting good food, and then making a weekend out of it. And everybody will be part of this weekend, just maybe not the first part of the weekend.
charging the classes,
Yeah.
I don't.
We're trying to put on the best show we possibly can without charging any money or losing money if it doesn't go right.
Exactly that. Yeah, we don't want to.
That's what our show would be
It's
like.
not what we're.
That's theoretically what our show would be like this October.
Right. Exactly. See Bacon Chill.
See Bacon Chill.
New listener to the show. What would
Thanks, buddy.
y'all say is your favorite podcast you have recorded? Tough question.
Favorite podcast? I mean, the best one I've ever done is a Chuck System one because it was
That
a
was
moment of
great
clarity.
one. The
for
truck
me.
system one was amazing.
The Ben Cake one
the Ben
is
Cake
the
one,
funniest thing we've ever recorded.
the
What number was that? Didn't we just have a discussion about that?
We did.
It's
It's
like
in the-
79.
I can't remember. It's at the end of 2019, and it's a two-parter for the cake one.
The Ben Cake one was so fucking funny.
The Nürburgring, when we covered that,
That was
because
a good one.
Chuck got into his
My Nürburgring where I crashed?
day of
Yeah.
the track, which was still just memorable, if you will. And then we've talked to a lot of great people. There's a lot of good ones. There's memorable
I
stuff.
wish the volume. I wish the sound was better with our Larry one because Larry Casilla is like
that was an
the
awesome
coolest guy in the world, and we should take him up and go talk to him
Yeah.
because man, our sound was all over the place in that room.
Yeah,
so
we should try to get back in touch with him. Matt the Grouch.
Matt the Grouch.
Why don't all cars have the same lug pattern? I want all the wheels to function on all the cars, dude.
Wobble boats.
That would make things so much easier.
It's wobble boat.
But it's just like,
Full of lugs.
it's like phone. It's like phone. Yeah, just adapters. Just like phones. It's just like manufacturers. Nobody wants to play well with each other.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I mean, even same manufacturers themselves. How many times is, let's see, there's 5x100.
Yeah, BMW's
5x120,
changed 5x120 to 5x
just-
whatever the fuck it is now.
So many different ones. So,
Yeah, it's really annoying. We're with you.
yeah. Jojo Mark II.
JoJo Mark II.
What is the one car you regret selling or losing to an unfortunate event, and why? I usually go with my Mark II GTI just because I sold it. I'd like to still have that thing.
Yeah.
2-liter ABA swapped Mark II.
I'm constantly talk about how my I had a Mark IV R32 that I traded in for 135, which was cool, but you're looking back at it, speed isn't everything. I really like the R32 a lot. It was just a cool feeling car.
That car now, just like, okay, 100%.
Yeah, it's funny. And, the money people are getting them for them,
Yeah.
they're worth it.
Yep.
I really think so.
Kevin401.
Kevin 401.
Just writes, fall is coming. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like fall. I like fall.
Like
I
fall
wish
a
it would
lot.
stay fall, but I'll take it.
No, I can't. I needed to be short, but I like it.
Kevin401 again. In your opinion, what
Kevin
car has the
401.
worst, best sounding aftermarket exhaust? So the worst / best sounding aftermarket.
The worst is the G35.
Or right, the VQ.
Or
in
the- any
general,
VQ.
just not. It's ear piercing.
It's terrible.
Ear piercing. And the
I also think
best-
Subarus also sound terrible. The helicopter ones.
Yeah.
They just sound bad. They sound
Yeah.
like bad Harleys or helicopters landing. Best sounding aftermarket exhaust?
There was and the cars are not worth. Let's do deep pockets if you want one of the cars, but the 10-cylinder M5.
Yeah, but they sound like shit until you rev them.
There was a company that made an exhaust for it, and it sounded like an F1 car because it for whatever reason, like it sounded as if the thing revved way faster than it actually did, and it just sounded phenomenal.
They rev
I wish I
crazy.
could remember the name of them, but
I would-
that's a very good one.
In the same vein, the 12-cylinder late 90s Mercedes that they put like the crazy exhaust on that
Oh
sound
my
like
God.
Pagani's because
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same motor.
yeah.
Those things are insane. I think it'd be fun and like for tunnel runs and for a trick. I think it'd be real annoying to own.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it sounds great.
There's Mark, who shoots for Top Gear,
Yeah.
has one that he bought like with an absurd Japanese welded crazy exhaust.
Yeah, they do these
And it
crazy
just
exhaust
sounds just phenomenal.
Absolutely
like a
killer.
Crazy sounding car.
Got to be annoying to ride around in. Though.
Potato sounds really good with an $8 exhaust.
There you go.
Mr. _Rabbit.
Mr. Rabbit.
Thoughts on BMW E21s? It was funny because we were talking about those.
Oh,
the
that's
other
so
day.
funny.
Yeah, we were just at our donut meet as we were closing things down. We were discussing that with Noah. And
Noah
we
has
just
an
like 'em.
E20 on
Yeah.
some images that look really, really good that
Yep.
he definitely paid Kyle for. Totally paid for those wheels.
He put the wheels on, not all the lugs. But yeah, I like them. I'm into E21s.
I do too. I think Sharknose 3 Series is cool, underrated, and people forget about them.
Let's see. Spanish English.
Raph.
One has to go. I feel like this is a Corey question as well. Italian sandwich, meatball sub, chicken parm sub.
I'd chuck the meatball, if I'm honest. I don't think the meatball can bring the kind of joy a good Italian or a good chicken parm can. I think a meatball is always a good sandwich, never a great sandwich. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I would have to chuck the chicken parm.
Don't fucking say chicken parm.
I don't
Oh,
want.
wow.
The thing
Oh,
is, I
wow.
don't want to chuck any of them. That's the problem. Like I like
a meatball.
a meatball
Meatball's
sub.
gonna roll out.
It depends on how the balls are done. Always,
It sure does.
Always
It sure
depends on how the balls are done.
You gotta cradle them.
Or slice them.
Yeah, but if you slice them now, you get a meatloaf sandwich.
You got a meat wedge ball. It's a wedgie ball.
Yeah,
half ball, half wedge.
I mean, I think meatballs are the easiest to go wrong out of those
So
sandwiches.
100%.
Although
they
I've
are.
had some real bad. We live in a very Italian area.
Also depends on the gravy heavily.
Absolutely, we live in a very Italian area. I've had Italian sandwiches in the rest of the country.
Yeah.
And that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like Jersey Mike's makes a good Italian.
Yeah.
Especially for a commercial Italian sandwich.
Yeah.
But like, if you get a real Italian deli, whew. I mean, come on.
It's different.
But you go out, if you're out in Louisiana and you order an Italian sandwich, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. It's going to be like honey ham
If you're
and like pepperoni.
if you're in Louisiana, stick to the fucking
Po' boys.
stick to the I don't know, crabs or something. Fried
Crawfish,
chicken,
crawdaddies?
crawfish, something. Maybe I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But if you're in an Italian area to get an Italian sandwich, it's just a
Yeah.
step in the right direction. It's just
Yeah.
a beautiful world. Some
That's
banana
tough.
peppers.
It's a tough question, Ralph. I don't know why you hit us with that one.
A meatball, easy.
2.5 Mark 4.
2.5 Mark
Just
4.
writes future plans with the potato. Probably
drive it?
probably take some stuff out.
No, we're going to do a track day in it.
Oh, that's what I mean.
October
I want
23rd.
to take the rear seats out, stuff like that.
It's a
Take
terrible
those
idea.
out. Well, partially because I want it to be easier to throw all the shit in for the booth.
There you go.
That's
There you
kind of that's main reasoning. I got to raise it a little bit before the track day.
There we
That's
go.
kind of it. I think I have a brake light out. Got to put that in there.
Don't matter.
That's
Hear
it
that,
for
Igor?
now.
Sign Josh up for that track day.
We'll see what's what for the winter.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
I'll tell you what. I had my K truck up on the lift when I was fucking around with it.
Mhm.
So much rust
Really,
because of the winter, like surface rust, but still, like,
a lot. Yeah.
yeah, that thing's not getting driven much in the winter this year. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you got
Let the lease
to
take that.
fluid film it and
I did.
yeah. Oh,
Still.
and still, holy shit.
Yeah, I had like wire brushed
All right, 'cause
the coils and WD-40'd them and like
wow.
yeah, some work.
All right, I thought you only did that to the car.
I did the car, and the car's totally fine.
Yeah,
Just the mirror's probably seen some stuff. Not
Right.
the mirror, the Acti.
yeah. I mean, plus that
As I said, it's
lives
surface rust,
outside.
but it's still like I got to get on it again this winter for sure.
Yeah. Last and certainly not least, actually,
Last.
before I check our DMs, never finishing projects.
Never finishing
Just
projects.
writes, did you boys have a good holiday weekend?
We
yeah,
did,
it was not
man.
bad.
Yeah, it was
not
nice.
bad.
Wasn't long
Yeah,
enough.
Had some good car interaction stuff. Good to see some drifting, hanging out with people.
Some
let's
DMs or
see.
what?
Oh wait, there was one. Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. We have a message from Trap Lord Suck Bang Bang Bang.
Love
Shouts
Trap
to
Lord
him
Suck
because he
Bang
is a
Bang
real
Bang.
person.
Yep.
He made a video for us.
Did he really?
He did. He tagged us in it. Yeah.
Medium Performance said I was so wrong on the Subi exhaust, and I just like him so much I'm not going to comment.
You don't want to argue.
Love that
no
guy.
no
Love
rebuttal.
him.
Shouts to you, sir.
Shouts. Beautiful garage.
Congrats on the garage.
Congrats, buddy.
Yes. That's gonna do it for us this week. It was
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad performance from
Yeah.
kind of pulling out of the old ash. there.
abbreviated circumstances. Again, nothing wrong with our guests or anything like that. We just had to
Corey's
make
just
some.
in jail.
We had to make some changes. Where is he again?
Dagestan.
Dagestan. All right. Not to be
shows.
confused with cousin Larry.
Yep.
Yep. So should be back next week.
Oh, we'll be back next week.
We're really going to push for the lawyers.
Yeah.
Hopefully
If we get enough bucks for the boys, we'll fly him back
hopefully
in.
the CIA can get Swoop on in there and get him out of there
Get him out.
with no man left behind, if you will.
Exactly.
So that is going to do it for us this week.
Thank you guys
Be well.
for listening.
Thank you as
We
always.
miss you guys.
Like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Thanks
Please
to
do.
everybody who's subscribed recently.
Absolutely obliterate that like
Those
button.
are going up. So we truly appreciate it. Also, check out some other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, Talking Motorcycles, Topics Under the Stairs, the Circle Jerks podcast. Was there something? Oh, yeah, new Topics Under the Stairs came out. I can't remember what it was. There's something related to that. But anyway, visit our website for more information and advertising opportunities, or where you can subscribe to Bucks for the Boys to help us out. So that's going to do it for us. We will see you all next week. We'll do a live
We'll do a really nice one.
We'll do a live reading.
Do a live reading, live drawing?
reading, live drawing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Everybody will be back, I hope. And we'll go from there. So, be well.
Thank you guys for listening.
#FreeCorey.
#FreeCorey.
See everybody soon. Thanks.
Later, guys.